"Run, Zara, run!" Baba Zuberi's voice cuts through the night as a sudden scream rips from the backyard, followed by a sharp hiss and the sound of something cracking. And Zara feels her legs give way as a burning heat surges through her skin and her voice vanishes into the dark, leaving only a strangled gasp where words should be. And before she understands what is happening, the world tilts and shrinks, and fur replaces flesh, claws replace fingers, and the full moon watches silently as she becomes a black cat on cold earth. She tries to cry out to her father, but all that comes out is a thin, frightened meow. And when Madame Kessie steps forward with her eyes glowing like dying embers, Zara realizes the curse is already complete, though she doesn't know yet how long it will last or whether she will ever be human again. Madame Kessie laughs softly, a sound that feels colder than the night air. "Now you can watch," she whispers, "since you like secrets so much." And that sentence, light as it sounds, hides a terrible mystery because Zara doesn't yet know what Madame Kessie truly plans for Baba Zuberi or why the full moon matters so much to her. Zara scrambles backward on trembling paws, her heart pounding wildly inside her tiny chest, as three shadowy women in black wrappers step out of the trees behind Madame Kessie, their faces hidden, their voices murmuring strange words that make the air feel thick and heavy. The ground is marked with white chalk, strange symbols glowing faintly under the moonlight, and at the center of it all stands a small clay bowl filled with dark liquid that smells bitter and sharp. Moments earlier, Zara is only a frightened girl hiding behind a mango tree, watching this scene unfold, wondering why her stepmother sneaks out so late when Baba Zuberi thinks she is asleep. She comes only to make sure nothing bad is happening. But what she sees freezes her blood because Madame Kessie is not praying, not speaking to ancestors, but chanting words that twist the night into something unnatural. One of the women says, "3 nights, that is all we need." Madame Kessie nods. After that, his blood will open the way. Zara barely breathes. His blood, Baba Zuberi's blood. Her foot snaps a dry twig, and in that instant, everything changes. Madame Kessie turns, her eyes sharp and burning, and Zara knows she has been seen. "Come out," Madame Kessie says softly, and that softness is worse than shouting. Zara tries to run, but she doesn't get far before the curse is spoken and the world collapses into claws and fur and terror. Now, as a cat, she watches helplessly as Madame Kessie waves the other women away. "Go," she says, "I will finish this myself." The women disappear into the darkness, leaving Zara alone with the woman who now holds her fate. Madame Kessie bends down and lifts the cat by the scruff of the neck. Zara struggles, but she is small and weak, and Madame Kessie's grip is firm. "You should have stayed quiet. Girls who hear too much do not live long." She carries Zara to the side of the house and ties a rope loosely around her neck, fastening it to a wooden post. "Stay here," she orders. "Tomorrow I will decide what to do with you." The night passes slowly. Zara curls into herself, shivering, listening to the sounds of the village, the distant laughter, the dogs barking, and the gentle breathing of her father inside the house, unaware that death has been invited into his home. She tries again and again to speak, to force words out of her throat, but only soft meows come, and tears slide down her fur, soaking it silently. When morning comes, Madame Kessie acts as though nothing has happened. She cooks, she hums, she even smiles at Baba Zuberi as he eats. "I will go to the market today," she says sweetly. "We need spices." Baba Zuberi nods, never suspecting that the cat tied outside is his daughter. At the market, Madame Kessie places Zara in a small woven basket. "A fine cat," she calls out, "strong and healthy." People stop to look. Some shake their heads, some walk away. Then a thin boy with kind eyes steps forward. His name is Kola. "How much?" he asks. Madame Kessie names a small price, and Kola's father hesitates, but finally pays. As Kola lifts the basket, Zara looks into his eyes, and for the first time since the curse, she feels a spark of hope. That night, in Kola's small home, Zara gathers all the strength she has left and whispers in a voice barely louder than breath, "Help me." Kola freezes. His eyes widen. The mystery she carries is about to crack open, but danger is closer than either of them knows. Zara feels her small chest heave as the whisper leaves her mouth, and Kola stares at the black cat like the world has suddenly forgotten its rules, because cats are not meant to speak. Yet the soft human voice he hears sounds frightened and real, and in that moment he understands that something powerful and dangerous hides inside those bright green eyes. "Don't be afraid," Zara whispers again, struggling to shape words through a throat that no longer belongs to her. "I am not an animal. I am a girl trapped by a curse." Kola takes a step back, then another, his heart pounding, but when he looks at her, he sees no threat, only desperation, and that makes him brave in a way he never knew he could be. "Who did this to you?" he asks. "My stepmother," Zara says. "Her name is Madame Kessie, and she plans to kill my father under the next full moon." Those words land like stones, and Kola knows at once that he cannot ignore them, even if fear tells him to run. So he wraps Zara gently in a cloth and tells his father that the cat is strange and must be taken to Pa Sangu, the village elder who understands spirits and hidden things. Pa Sangu listens as the cat speaks, his old eyes calm and steady. And when Zara finishes, he nods slowly. "This is no trick," he says. "A human soul is trapped here, and the magic that binds her is dark." He lights a small fire, sprinkles white powder into the air, and chants words older than memory. And as the smoke curls around Zara, pain and heat tear through her once more. But this time, the burning ends with skin and hands and a trembling girl kneeling on the floor, human again. Zara cries, not from pain, but from relief, and Pa Sangu warns her that Madame Kessie's power is not broken, only her hold on Zara, and that the danger to Baba Zuberi still grows with every passing hour. Without waiting, Zara runs back toward her village, fear and hope twisting together in her chest. And when she reaches the king's courtyard, she throws herself before King Adewumi and tells everything: the rituals, the women in black, the plan to spill her father's blood. The villagers murmur, some doubting, some afraid. But when Madame Kessie is brought forward and forced to drink the water of truth, her own voice betrays her, spilling every secret she tried to hide. Her hatred, her greed for power, and her attempt to sacrifice Baba Zuberi all come pouring out until there was no lie left to shield her. King Adewumi rises and declares her banished forever. And as guards lead her away, Zara finally feels the weight on her heart begin to lift. Baba Zuberi falls to his knees before his daughter, begging forgiveness for not seeing her suffering. And Zara forgives him, because even after everything, love still lives inside her. The village breathes again, free of Madame Kessie's shadow, and though scars remain, peace returns, proving that truth, once revealed, cannot be forced back into darkness. What part of this story shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. Evil often hides behind gentle smiles and kind words, but even the quietest heart can hold the loudest truth. Zara's courage reminds us that no matter how small or powerless we feel, our voices still matter. When we choose to speak, to stand, and to seek help, we give light the chance to break through the darkest spells. If you are facing something that feels too big, remember Zara and know that your story is not over yet. If turning her stepdaughter into a cat shocked you, wait until you hear about the one who married hers to a blind man. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.